What's this? A Smash Up channel doing a video about what's not good about Smash Up? Don't get me wrong, Smash Up is a game that I do really enjoy playing. It's very fun, it's strategic, it has a lot of replay value. However, it's not perfect, and I think it's important that we reflect on those things that can be improved and not just always talk about how good something is. As I did have quite a list, and there was a clear divide between the two, this video is going to focus on game components and the game itself, and part 2 is going to focus on those aspects when playing the game. So let's get started. Number 1 is why are there no -1 power counters? There are loads of cards now that give minions -X power, yet there's no way of quickly and visibly identifying what power a minion is on when it's affected by one or more of these modifiers. When there's more than one minion on a base, if you're like me, every time that you do something on that base, you'll once again count all of the minions' power just to make sure you've got it correct. I mean, how hard would it have been to put a small line in front of some of those power counters, and maybe make the -1s red and the +1s blue or something? If you have all of the expansions now, you'll have more power counters than you need. Why not make some of them minus power? This one seems like a no-brainer for an easy quality of life change. While we're on the subject of power counters, for number 2, apart from Cthulhu and Pretty Pretty, why do they all look the same, and especially from a distance? Why not just use a greater variety of colours? And I pretty much exclusively use Pretty Pretty counters now to signify victory points, as they are the most distinct in my opinion. The playmats for Smash Up are beautiful, and I kind of get why they want exclusive items for event winners, but just make it something else, something that people wouldn't want quite as badly as a playmat. If they made these available for purchase, I'm sure lots and lots of Smash Up fans would buy them, and they'd make a lot of money, but to keep them limited in such a way really is a kick in the teeth for any Smash Up fan who couldn't go to an event, and for those who could, didn't win the event. While we're on the playmats, seriously, what are you supposed to use to score the power that the base is on using the score track? The game doesn't provide you with anything other than power counters, and they sure don't fit. This seems like such a tease from AEG, and in general, I use dice to keep track of a base power. It's a very cheap and effective means of doing that. Why not just provide some dice in the core set, or if they have a way of tracking the power of bases, provide that with the game instead. Knowing the power the base is on at all times is such an important part of a game that depends primarily on breaking said bases to win. While you can pick up Smash Up, the core set, for anywhere in the region of £20 to £30, if you want to complete the set, the cheapest prices I could find online to do that would be in the region of £350 or $450. Now obviously with deals you can potentially run that price down, but still, on my board game shelf there's only really 7 Wonders that gets anywhere close to matching that price. Basically it's not cheap to own it all, and while obviously the game is broken down into expansions, which means you can buy the expansions you want to buy, and if you're happy with that then you don't need to buy any more, but I'm a human being. We have an innate desire to collect and complete. How many Smash Up owners could actually resist the urge to buy just a couple of expansions and not get any more? This then goes into my next point. Are so many expansions really necessary? While choice is great, it can be overwhelming. When I put my bigger, geekier box on the table and the table groans and the legs start to buckle, then there's probably too many expansions. I would wager that no owner of Smash Up has yet played every possible combination. You're looking at about 3,000 games to do that. Even playing 2 games a night, that's almost 5 years of non-stop playing. So why do we need so many factions? The most that can ever play at once is 4 players. Even with 30 factions, there's plenty of choice there that all the players could comfortably pick unique pairings without playing the same thing twice. Don't get me wrong, I fully understand why there are so many. People like choice. It just feels unnecessary to me. Finally for this part is the Titan Event Kit Pack. Now we will have a lot to say on Titans anyway in terms of it as a mechanic in the next part. For this part though, I'm focusing only on the pack. The Titan Event Kit Pack was an attempt to boost the power level of weaker factions. If there was an admission there that some factions are at a disadvantage and that they need these Titans to put them on an even keel with the rest of the factions, then why make the Titan Event Kit Pack so hard to get? Like the playmats, these packs were available at events. There was a pack there for every player that entered. Once that supply ran out though, anyone wanting one had to scour on eBay and pay inflated prices just to balance their game. They were available a year later from the online store, but they've been sold out for a long time. And although there is a reprint due soon, if these Titans were so essential to the game, why not release them in the bigger, geekier box that came out later that year? If there is a balance problem with your game, then the bigger, geekier box with its comprehensive rulebook and list of erratas and clarifications feels like a great place to just include them. Anyway, that's it for this part. The second part will focus on elements of playing the game that I don't particularly like, but as I said at the start, Smash Up is a game I do really like, and this is just a list of things that for me are a bit of a bugbear, particularly when it comes to components, as they could be very easily resolved. I hope that you found this interesting. What don't you like about the game or its components? What do you agree or disagree with me on? Let me know down in the comments below, and with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.